but I guess we can go ahead and call the meeting to order. I think we have a quorum. Is that correct?
Yep, we are good.
Okay. So do we have an approval of the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll vote aye. Approval of meeting minutes. Do we have minutes?
We do not.
We have minutes. Okay, so let's skip over that. Okay, public comment. Do we have any public comment?
There are none in the YouTube chat.
Okay. Moving on then. We're not doing payables. I'm just going to skip on down here to number 7, agreements. Proposed amendments to consulting agreement with Palin's Associates, excuse me.
Yeah, board, this is a, you have a, Palin's Associates has been working with the authority for several years on a third-party consultant that's helping us with our communications and technology assistance. They are actually the firm that wrote the radio improvement plan that you are now implementing. As you know, we're in this transition evaluation with AdCom for looking at our technology and the transition that we're going to need into the new center. And Deanna and I have been talking, and we've identified it would be very helpful to have Palin's Associates as a third party assisting us for evaluating the recommendations that are being brought forward to that. And so we are, this amendment would allow for us to retain Palin's Associates to assist us in advising us as we move forward in the transition project. The amendment would be their existing contract. They have a little over $4,000 left over in their existing contract, which they're assisting us with the actual radio project that we're doing right now. This amendment would be for an additional $12,000 to assist us in the transition project, not only the evaluating of what we're going to need to move over to the project, but also in the implementation of the transition into the new center. So it was our recommendation that the board approve the contract amendment with Palin's Associates in the amount of $12,000.
I'd make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Not hearing any. So all in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Looks like our motion carries. Okay. I'm guessing for what we're doing here on the agenda, are we going to have any, do we have any further resolutions or director's report, or should we jump into the executive session?
I think you're fine jumping into executive session. I have no report.
Okay. Okay, Rachel, can you move us into executive session then?
We're out of executive session. No decisions were made in executive session. But now that we're back in open session, I'll leave it at the pleasure of the board if we would like to make a decision at this time.
Well, I'll go ahead and make a motion that the 911 Center hire Dave Storacker as the next executive director.
I'd second that motion.
Okay, so we have a motion from Sheriff Thurman and a second from Mr. Hamilton to hire Mr., hope I say this right, Storacker to be the new 911 director. Is there any further discussion on that motion? Okay, I am seeing none and hearing none. So all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is there any
Aye.
opposed? Oh, thank you. Is there any opposed? Okay, that motion passes. Thank you. We have a new 911 director. And then at this time, I guess I'd check in with Bob. I know we had talked about logistics of being able to speak to Mr. Storaker. Is that a possibility or?
I have just pushed a button to, I had him texted here. I just pushed a button to him. He has a link. So hopefully he will join us here. Board, I know this is awkward for everybody with the pandemic and not being able to get together and that. And so a lot of you haven't even had a chance to meet him. So I put him on standby that if the board made the decision that he could at least join us via Zoom, so we could at least introduce you to him, and you could see his face at this point. And obviously, I have had conversation with him, and he is in a position to be here fairly quickly. So I think right after the first of the year, you will see him up here in Cowlitz County and be able to actually see him in person, and he'll be at your next board meeting.
Great. Thank you, Bob.
And he is just acknowledged he's in the process of getting on right now.
Okay. We'll hold on tight for him to log in.
Joe, if I may,
Yes, Chet.
I'd like to thank the committee and all involved in this process. Anyway, I just really appreciate it. I think that it's a job well done. Thank you.
Indeed. Thanks to everybody involved that put in a lot of effort there. Yeah, it looks like Dave is connecting. Hello, Dave. Can you hear us?
Good morning. How are you?
Good, good. Glad you're able to get logged in and join us. I guess I'll take the first opportunity to say the board here came to the decision on you. So we'd like to welcome you to Cowlitz County 911.
Well, I'm thrilled to be able to come on up there and real close to where I was born, and I can't wait to get back up there.
Good. So yeah, we found out maybe you were familiar with the Northwest a bit, because I'd hate to bum you out and let you know how much it rains up here.
I'm familiar with the rain.
Good. Excellent.
Yeah, I come up there about 3 times a year, so it's kind of like my second home.
Fantastic. Well, we're happy to have you. Any other comments, questions from the board for Dave?
Just say congratulations, Dave. Looking forward to getting you up here and putting you to work.
Welcome aboard, boss. What do we do?
Yeah,
What do we do first?
Well, we find out what's important to everybody, and let's get on that agenda.
Sounds
We're
good
all
to me.
getting
Let's go.
So, board, I've brief discussions I've had with Dave. Obviously, I will be here when he gets here. I'm planning on onboarding with him for as long as it takes, but I envision that probably the first couple of weeks of January, I'll work with him and share with him everything that's going on, update him on the various projects and initiatives that we have underway, and kind of show him a way around and introduce him to staff. And then once we after the first couple of weeks, probably I'll stay through the first board meeting in January and kind of walk them through that experience there. And then beyond that, I will be available for whatever support the board needs or Dave needs. But I expect it to be a fairly quick transition, and I'm very confident that we can hit the ground running and make this thing happen very quickly.
Great. Thank you, Bob. And yeah, Dave, it's nice to meet you virtually here on Zoom. I can't wait to meet you in person. So look forward to it.
I'll be up there somewhere around the first of the year. Going to drive up with my daughter, so it'll be a nice place to relocate to, and you'll get to see my lime green Camaro that I got in my retirement. So
Nice.
I'll be driving through the town, and everybody know who I am, I guess.
At least you're a Chevy guy.
When I was a kid, I always wanted a 68 Camaro, and it only took me until I retired to buy a Camaro. So there you go.
Dreams come true, Dave.
They do, finally.
Welcome aboard.
Well, thank you, sir.
Welcome, Dave. Bring a coat when you come too, okay?
I've already got a bunch of coats up there. I've got a condo over in Forest Grove, so
Great.
it'll be a short commute to bring my coats right over into Kelso.
Great.
Okay, anything else? I don't have the unfortunately agenda sitting in front of me. Did we have anything else after this, Bob?
That's it.
That was it. Okay, anything else from the board for the good of the order before we sign off of here?
Merry Christmas to everybody. Stay safe.
Merry Christmas.
Christmas, holidays, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks again, Dave. We'll see you later.
See you soon.
See you soon, Dave. Take care.
Oh, thanks, Sheriff. Look at that.
Scotty's picture.
Man, that's a
I'm feeling the
looking
love.
picture.
I'm feeling the love.
Scotty on his, new role.
He had chipmunk cheeks then.
Looking good, Scott.
Thanks. Take care.